What's going on, agents? The muted season is live and we are diving straight into the third build featuring the brand new Concentrated Company gear set. This set is absolutely fire. For this first iteration, we're going full red core, pairing it with the Pestilence. Why? Because we want to stack as much weapon damage as possible. That's the secret sauce here. Let's kick things off with the Specialization Gunner. You know the drill. It's best in slot for the armor on kill 10% and the sweet rate of fire boost on kill for 5 seconds. Plus, every third reload is 50% faster. For an LMG like Pestilence, the reload speed is mandatory. Grab the LMG damage node in the tree. We need every drop of damage for our Pestilent ticks. Here's the build snapshot for those of you in a rush. 4 pieces of Concentrated Company. The chest is the Sacrifice, the named Providence piece, and for the exotic we're rocking Sawyer's knee pads. That gives us 5 red cores and 1 blue core. For skills, I'm running a striker drone and a soul turret. But let's break down the synergy. Starting with the star of the show, the Pestilence. By this time, most of the agents know everything about the Pestilence, but here's the recap. The Plague of the Outcast debuff deals damage over time. Crucially, this tick damage scales off your weapon damage, total weapon damage, damage to armor, and damage to targets out of cover. And of course, amplified damage. Bear in mind, stats like Striker stacks or Heartbreaker stacks do not buff these ticks. Only raw weapon damage does. And don't swap the weapon or you lose the stacks immediately. Now, let's talk about the gear. I'll save the gear set for the last. First up, Sawyer's knee pads. These come with a blue core and gives us a nice armor buff. The talent is key. As long as you stay stationary, you build up a total weapon damage up to 30%. This is an amplified damage, meaning it multiplies your damage output significantly. Next, the chest, the Sacrifice by Providence Defense. We want the brand bonus for headshot damage, but we are here for the talent Perfect Glass Cannon. This gives us 30% amplified damage. Yes, we take 60% more damage from enemies, but that 30% amp is huge for our Pestilence ticks. Now, the gear set, Concentrated Company. I'll explain this using the backpack, because that's where the magic happens. Since the set always drops with red cores, it is incredibly easy to farm it. Just set up countdown for 10 minutes and you're set. Really, maybe longer than 10 minutes, but you get the idea. The 2-piece bonus gives us 10% weapon damage. Simple. The 3-piece bonus gives us weapon handling. This is of course perfect for our Pestilence because it buffs your reload speed, stability, and accuracy all at once. It makes the LMG feel like a laser beam. Let's talk about the 4-piece talent, Camaraderie. Here's how it works. Shooting an enemy marks them for 7 seconds. Note that you cannot refresh this mark. You have to wait for it to expire or kill the target. If that marked target dies within those 7 seconds, you gain a stack. Each stack grants 3% weapon damage and 2% critical hit damage. You can hold up to 35 stacks. You lose 1 stack every 10 seconds, not all of them, just 1. This makes maintaining stacks incredibly forgiving. Once you finish your ramp up phase, you're walking around with a permanent damage buff for the rest of the mission. A quick tip on playstyle. In a group, you don't need to get the final blow. As long as you mark the target and anyone, like teammates, skills, kills them, you get the stacks. In fact, the description states allies or skills contributing to the kill count. This implies if your drone or turret helps finish off a marked target, you gain stacks. If you have the new NPC allies or a skill build in your team, you can build stacks insanely fast, potentially gaining 4 or 5 stacks from a single engagement. Now back to the backpack. The backpack talent is non-negotiable. It boosts the damage per stack from 3% to 5%. Now let's do the math. At max stacks, like 35, you're getting 175% weapon damage. That is massive additive damage for your Pestilence. On top of that, you get 70% critical hit damage. For the attributes on your gear, roll everything to critical hit chance. Since that set gives us so much crit damage, we need to cap our chance first. In this build, I'm sitting at 52% crit chance and base 69% crit damage. But remember, with full stacks, that crit damage skyrockets to nearly 144%. It's a raw DPS monster. Gameplay wise, it's a breeze, especially in a team. Your drone and turret draw aggro, keeping you safe while you deal damage. This helps mitigate the downside of Perfect Glass Cannon. One golden rule, don't move. We're using Sawyer's knee pads. Find cover, plant your feet, and let that 30% total weapon damage damage build up. Whether it's your bullet damage or your dot ticks, everything hits harder when you stand still. I mean, this is a downside of this build. You can't rush and go crazy Rambo on all enemies. This is how you play this build. Finally, regarding skills, if you don't need the drone or turret, feel free to run a reviver hive. I use the assault skills to make stacking easier, like quicker, and to distract enemies. But if you are a veteran agent, better than me, run whatever fits your playstyle. That's it about all the build with Concentrated Company, and agents, trust me, more builds are coming. They're going to be spicy. You will like it. If you have any question, please let me know in the comment section below. See you in the next one. Shoot to loot. Peace out.